Hi everyone, I thought I'd talk through a few of the changes to DCS 2.2 that do not appear to have made it into the patch notes. This is just some stuff I discovered while I was playing in the mission editor today. I'm on the Normandy map. The first thing is they have updated the entire interface. We've got new icons. It's a lot cleaner than it used to be. It just looks a bit more modern. Second thing I've noticed is that the airfields now appear to have the complete sets of spawn ramps. There are also spawn areas on the grass. These airfields, some of them previously only had 5 or 6 spawn points, but now you can see they are everywhere. All around the fields. We can go across to Evro, which previously had about 4. This one's still a bit Spartan, but you can see we're up to at least 20 now, all the way out here. 24 spots, in fact. Going over to southern England, there were very few at these fields, and now you can see up in the 40s there. I think Ford still has quite a limited number. We're at 20. What is that number down there? 24. So they've updated the numbers of spawn points at all the fields, which is really good now. You know, this is all massively loaded in. We've got 50 plus here. So that's really good. Another thing I noticed just scrolling back, I've got this B17 formation here that I'm just starting to build. And this has changed quite a bit. If we go to the advanced options, advanced waypoint options, and click on the formation tab, there are now the previous World War II bomber elements still exist. There's the bomber element height separation, which I think is new. Clicking on bomber element, we now actually get this variant box. We've got the 30 by 30 meter box and the 60 by 60 meter open, which is really good. It's a lot easier to use that now. So it looks like we're getting a bit more historicity in terms of the formations. I had a little look at, I'm just building some stuff here for me to attack in a Spitfire. So I've got a few ground units here. I'm pretty sure there's nothing new in this regard. I'm going to run a column of about 10 units here with some infantry and some unarmed vehicles. So we'll see how that pans out when I go to look at this mission. So another section which I think is new is under static objects. It now appears that there is an effects section where you can place smoke markers and smoking lines and this sort of stuff. So I'm actually going to add a big smoke over here in this corner of the field. You can increase the density. You can add all these various presets. So we'll go with a medium smoke and fire at that point over there. Density, we can decrease the density. I guess that just means that the smoke is not so thick. 1 being the maximum, which is the default, and then going back down. So I'm going to go with a 0.7 density, medium smoke and fire at that location. Another feature which I'm not sure if it was available in the previous versions of the mission editor, I certainly don't seem to have seen it, is a section under the weather conditions tab, and down the bottom now there is a selection of default weathers. So winter, summer, spring and autumn, and there's the season with a couple of different options for the weather. I'm not going to use one of those. I'm going to just set my own weather for this little run through of this small mission I'm building here. I'll just move those B-17s a bit closer. So having a look at the bombing instruction, you'll notice also there is a new button here for dive bombing. I haven't tried that myself, but I may set some P-51s up. I doubt the B-17s will dive bomb, but I may set some P-51s up and give them the dive bomb function just to see how that looks when the AI conducts a dive bombing attack. Okay, so let's have a look. Now that we're in, and one thing I can tell straight away is that the sea is easier to identify now. I had a lot of problems with the water in DCS 2.1. It basically was just a dark, very dark blue, almost black disc, but now I'm actually seeing wave textures, which is really good. Gonna have to put up with my wingman for a second. Okay, let's go and see if we can make a strafing run. Now you can see that the fire that I placed is visible with the smoke. So that's quite nice. And we'll drop in here and see if we can find these vehicles I put on a road. There they are down there. Put some rounds in them. So everything's significantly brighter than it was previously. I'm running 1.6 gamma here, and I used to run 2.2 gamma. I may even turn it down below 1.6. I think probably it needs to go down to about 1.4. We'll just keep the turn going here, and you can see I've got some extremely high contrails up there. It looks like those B-17s are up there somewhere. Here's the scene at those ground vehicles after the strafing runs. You can see the damage models, the damaged versions of the models actually look really cool. And one of the infantrymen that I placed is actually lying on the ground there next to the road in rather a sorry state. This actually looks very, very impressive. Just scroll through some more of these ground vehicles here. Here's the Fieling AA guns, which are on the field. There's the original smoke that I placed on the map with the mission editor. And there's some burnt out structures in the middle over there, which were where the bombs fell. And you can see the bomb craters also show still on the map. It looks like a semi-transparent decal that appears where the bombs hit. So overall, I think this is some really nice additions to the mission editor, and none of this stuff appears to have made it into the patch notes. So I'm sure this is not exhaustive, and there are other things I haven't seen. I'll happily accept comments from those who have found other things. Maybe we can compile a list of everything that we've found that appears to be updated for version 2.2.